É na moral, pego todo o loot do seu quintal. Quando eu passo, ela paga pau. Deixa vizinho de calça angelical, da hora legal. É na moral, pego todo o loot.
Welcome back, everyone. We're here with Maya and Marquise. This time, Maya and Marquise. Okay, let's talk about it. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hopefully y'all enjoy. Yeah.
What's up, Double M family?
It's your girl Maya.
It's your boy Marquise.
And we are back with another video.
You know what I mean? Top shotters, back in full effect.
You trying to put on the Jamaican accent?
It has been a couple of days.
It's been a couple of days, y'all, but...
And if you don't follow Maya on Instagram, then that means that you wasn't able to submit any questions because she posted on her story about questions to ask for us. So if you're not doing that, make sure you do that right now.
Hold on, is the light good?
I think so.
Is the window in the back, like...
That's what I think is like kind of...
When I close it?
You close it so I love watching you.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
I'm gonna just close it a little bit.
Okay.
I'm not gonna crack his back.
Man, it feels so good.
Okay, that's a little better. It's a little better.
It is for sure.
Okay, so we got some questions that we're gonna be answering today, y'all. Y'all
quite a few too.
Y'all sent some big. I said big. Y'all sent some interesting questions soon.
I can't wait to hear them. If this is your first time tapping in with us, guys, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Drop a comment. It don't matter, even if you don't have nothing to say yet. Don't say first, though. Please don't drop that. But drop a comment, smash the like button.
You been waiting to say that. Yo, you been waiting to say that.
And don't forget to hit the notification bell. But anyway, let's get
into it. Okay, so the first question is, how do you manage to show Marquise you love him? Okay, that was a good one. I never asked that question. It's caught up. I'm caught up going because this is my first time thinking of the questions. How do I manage to show my husband I love him? I think by constantly reminding him how amazing he is, like as far as parenting, being a husband, providing for us, protecting us. Also by reminding him how good he looks, because to me my baby is just super fine, which I tell him all the time.
I know y'all seen that. You seen that one hand double eyebrow cleanup thing I just did. That was a little lame, but still, it's cliche, but it works.
But also telling him things like, I want to see him winning. I want to see him growing and evolving. Letting him know I'm here to support him in anything he wants to do. Telling him not to change for anybody, because I know with us being like content creators, I always remind him like it's okay to be yourself. It's okay to change a little bit. You know, things like attitudes or your way of thinking, but it's overall personality. Like, I love the person that I fell in love with. It's so many different things. Like, I wish I could really just sit here and, like, take my time and write it down. It's something
That's like a piece of wind.
It's something else. Look, you see? You sure? Below. Come on, bitch, for real.
I ain't
oh my god. It's so much on my eyeball.
Is it good?
Hold on, y'all. Oops, sorry. No, you're not close it. But it's so many different things, y'all. Like, just constantly making him feel good. Like, maybe go get a haircut. Like, I be like trying to get him to, dress up and different things. Babe really likes to chill, look like me sometimes, but it's so many different things, y'all. I know I probably just said like a lot of.
I love to feel uplifted. Maya uplifts me a lot. She reminds me.
But let's not spend too much time on this question too.
That I enjoy everything that she just explained to y'all. It does something for me. So.
I love you.
I love you more.
Okay, the next question is not a question, y'all cute. Okay. Okay, with being influencers, do you guys consistently feel a need to explain your decisions?
No.
I don't.
To share our decisions, yes, because it could be inspiring somebody who is kind of stuck in between two decisions or something. So I think
the only time we will explain something is if it's a topic we are interested in talking about.
Or if somebody completely took something we said and
ran with
it. Then we'll clear the air. But
for the most part, I don't feel like I need to explain anything. Like, but I like talking, so it may seem like I feel like I'm like explaining myself or something, but it's probably just because I like running my mouth all the time. I'm pretty sure y'all know that already.
We both long-winded, y'all.
What's the biggest change from working a 9 to 5 to being self-employed? Ooh.
The amount of hours.
That
and the physical demand, the uncomfortability, it's so many things, right?
Yeah, I'll be honest. I will say that it's easy to work a 9 to 5. I'm gonna be 1,000% honest with y'all. Working a 9 to 5 is the easiest thing to do, only because it's kind of
not taking credit from anybody's hard work, though.
Right. Well, when I say it's easy, it's kind of like they already planned your schedule out for you. They already pretty much, okay, these are your hours, this space you get paid, and all you gotta do is show up and obviously do your job. You gotta provide for your families and different things. But being an entrepreneur, it's literally like you gotta be self-disciplined. You have to literally be consistent, and you literally have to you're literally doing everything by yourself, and it's even harder. It's kind of like working out when you don't have a trainer and you're at home trying to work out by yourself. It's kind of like you give up easy because it's kind of like I don't have anybody pushing me or making me do this or forcing me, or I'm not on a contract, so I'm literally just like I can quit at any time or give up at any time. But it's like, does that make sense what I'm saying?
No, it does make sense. I think in a nutshell, it's like you, instead of the quote-unquote owner of the company or the quote-unquote person who's running it or whatever, like instead of that responsibility and all of that weight being placed on your back, when you at the 9 to 5 route, you literally, like, it's on them. You just gotta show up, like Maya just said.
And they already got your stuff planned out for you. With being working for yourself, you gotta plan out, create, think. You gotta
be creative.
Make sure your audience likes it. You gotta
be able to pivot whenever you need to, as far as like anything you probably doing that ain't shaking, it's all on you.
On top of being parents full time too,
and partners in marriage and business. It's a heavy.
It's fun because we genuinely enjoy it. I will say that. We genuinely enjoy creating content for y'all, so it doesn't feel like work. But when it gets to the point where we're not being consistent, then it starts to feel like a job because we've been slacking a little bit. Yeah. So it's kind of like we gotta hurry up and pick up all this time that we wasted and try to hurry up and bounce back. Exactly. So, I guess it just depends on everybody. Everybody, the way they feel about the 9 to 5 versus being self-employed.
I think there's so many different perspectives.
It is.
That's ours that y'all just got, honestly.
Okay. Is Texas y'all dream place to live, or will y'all move eventually? So, I don't know if this is a new subscriber or not, or supporter, but we've been living in Texas since we was Babe was born here. I've been here since I was 14. So I wouldn't necessarily say we had a choice.
For sure.
On living here. So I know a lot of people are moving to Texas. So just so you know, we didn't just move here. This was our dream place to live. But obviously we don't want to live here forever.
Just because we've been here. Everybody coming here because it's new to them, but it's
like you said, it's cheaper too to live in Texas.
It is in America, compared to everywhere in America.
Is. I think
I want to go to Canada or something. I want to leave the U.S. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. Just a little bit of transparency too. I have asked Babe would he ever leave, but you guys know that we're co-parenting.
Exactly.
Right now, Babe has his oldest daughter that he has, and we're co-parenting with her mom and stuff, so just getting up and leave, that wouldn't be right, I would never ask him, babe, let's just, can we just go? So I think, once the kids get a lot older, and they decide, they want to come with us, or however,
right.
we got so much time to decide on that, but as of now, we do plan on staying in Texas. As of now, we don't know what could change, but as of now, we don't plan on
leaving.
Yeah.
Dipping out. But we about to turn up, though, for the show.
Okay, so the next question is, how do you teach your child to read at that age? I don't know if you guys mean Melody or Milan, but
I think it's just being extremely intentional when you're having conversations with them. We don't talk to the kids like kids. Probably KJ.
But reading, though.
What I'm saying, but their whole interpretation is we talk to them like they're already elevated, I guess. Like,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
I feel like they.
But how does that help them, like?
I think it helps them understand
Okay.
to a higher level. So when they read in those starter level books, it's kind of like, I mean, think about it. What Milan already know what.
But it's because we literally work with y'all. I understand what Babe is saying too, but we literally work with them a lot. We do like a lot of sight words, but on top of sight words, we give them like spelling quizzes or tests, and we also sit with them and we read. You know, we read a lot. I wouldn't say daily, but maybe every other day. Milan is reading about 3 stories. Melanie is reading about 2 to 3 stories, obviously on their grade levels that they're currently on. But Milan is definitely way advanced from reading a lot.
Right.
I think when it's
And then the pressure
consistency.
is on Milan because her sister is homeschooled too. Well, they both homeschooled now again, so it's kind of like Milan automatically. Oh, even when Mel and Milan is working on something, right? It's kind of like they working at Mel's level, so it's like Milan was kind of like pushed into.
I wouldn't say that though. I just think Milan was she just naturally caught on fast. Honestly,
Okay,
I think she just naturally caught on fast because if you guys didn't know. My baby didn't really start talking until she turned 4. Right now, she's currently 5, and she didn't start talking full sentences until she was about 4 years old. So she has literally, like, shocked us completely within the last year with her.
Like how rapid she just shook back.
Exactly.
Advanced.
So, but again, I do think that reading with them and allowing them to read consistently helps them to recognize and recognize the words, and we also allow them to reread. Once they've read like 3 stories, we go back to see, okay, can you read this one even better now? And like, we've noticed that they can read a lot more faster with the books and stuff because they've already read it. So constantly repeating it, over and over, they get better, and then we move on to the next level. Okay, is it hard to homeschool different ages at the same time? Not at all.
Well, they close in age though.
2 years apart.
Yeah, so they're not really too far apart.
I think it helps too because when you have a partner, it's easy for one parent to work with one child and the other parent to work with the other child. But you can also literally have one doing an assignment, working with them for a little bit. Okay, now you work on this by yourself, and I'm gonna go help your sister, helping her. Then the other parent check in. It works. I think it's all about timing and making sure you're giving both of them their equal amount of time. That one-on-one time. But it's definitely not hard at all. And then they're in elementary, so it's super easy.
Now mine is in 5th grade, so I would say maybe if we were homeschooling her too, it probably would be more
a little challenging. Yeah.
Especially because I already know. And drop a comment if you can relate. I don't really remember too much from school.
From 5th grade?
Well, from 5th grade, I mean.
But they changed a lot. They've changed so much since when I was in school, like with the math.
Kind of.
No, but even with math problems, like they use these different ways to do the math and different things now.
I got you.
They're taking away cursive handwriting.
Now that's weird to me though.
It was different.
That's a different conversation. We can have that. Drop a comment if you want to have a conversation about anything.
So a lot of these are about homeschooling. We pretty much already answered a lot of those. Okay, have y'all ever wanted to give up? You guys look perfect together. My favorite couple in my favorite family. But they ever wanted to give up?
I don't know specifically what they mean give up on.
Me either.
But I guess I'm assuming it means either each other, our entrepreneurial journey, or really those two. I know they don't think we're going to give up on our children. So it's either us giving up on us or giving up on our entrepreneurial journey.
Y'all can see I'm ready to talk. Okay.
That's why I be quiet. I'm like, let her go first.
You want to go first?
No, you go first.
Just
at the same time.
Y'all know we super transparent. Stop it. Y'all know we really transparent. So I'm not gonna sit up here and pretend that we just this perfect couple, which I don't feel like we've ever done that. I think a lot of people take some of our videos on Instagram and assume that we pretend to be this
I think we
perfect
just
couple.
a vibe.
But they don't know us on YouTube. Like, they don't know how we really open up, I feel like, with our audience
On YouTube.
On YouTube. But as far as with Instagram, I mean, we show them how we're currently feeling. So, like,
I think on Instagram they
think,
see less.
But
they
people
see
think
shorter clips or shorter instances of content.
Right, so they automatically think that, like,
all they see is these vibes.
These perfect videos, but that's literally how if we didn't record it, we're content creators, y'all, so we're recording how we really feel. We're recording and people will say like, oh, this is so fake, but it's kind of like, okay, so we do it off camera. Is it still fake? Is it because we show you guys, you know? So anyway, long story short, back to because everyone want to give up. I would say that we have gotten to a point in our marriage where we were like trying to figure it out. Like, babe, do you feel like this is getting bad? Because it is, you know. The energy is changing. Like, what's going on? You know, is it because we're business partners? Is it because we see each other 24/7?
Right.
You know, has it gotten boring? Or what is it? So I will say that we haven't gotten to the point where we're like, you know what? I don't want to be with you. I don't want this anymore. But it has gotten to the point where we just trying to figure it out. We've never really just been this perfect couple, and I don't feel like we have to literally pick up the camera when we're arguing or when we're having disagreements. We literally will sit together. How do you feel? What's going on? What's wrong? What's the problem? Because I'm not feeling this, I'm not feeling that. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we communicate. And it's been a long time since we've been in that place. I feel like lately our marriage has been amazing. I'm, you know, falling more and more in love with my husband, which literally I voiced to him this the other day, and I love it. So I don't really feel like I need to go back and, you know, talk about, you know, when we had little problems or trying to figure this out. I feel like I want to celebrate the good times, and if it's good times for however long, 4 months, 5 months, I'm gonna continue making videos about happy moments. And I don't feel like
we hear
it should be a problem. I'm not gonna sit up there and say, oh, me and my husband and we got filming content, making fake videos, like, pretending to be angry at each other.
It ain't even that drastic. Like, if it just got to that, to be honest with y'all, we'll probably just, we wouldn't give up on each other, but we'll just stop. I mean, I don't feel like it's in our souls at all to just be on here just like completely faking.
Lying, y'all we love y'all, but it ain't worth it.
You know what I'm saying? Now, to add on to that, because you about to skip to the next
No,
question.
I wasn't. I was, because I didn't know if they meant give up on our business either. Give up on being.
Oh, okay. Well, how about I give mine on what you just said, and then we can jump to the business.
Go ahead,
That's cool. So, I think, in all honesty, I wouldn't even say we just have any, like, major problems. I don't think so. Mm-hmm. Yes, we have little disagreements here and there, but you have disagreements with your sister or your brother, or your mama, or your auntie, your uncle, whatever. But anyway, I think it's just the fact that it's literally, we were in our early 20s. At our age, now it's been so long to where it's obviously we both have grown mentally. We both, like, we think differently. We think, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything's different. So obviously, that ain't no reason to, like, give up.
Oh, and as far as our business, yes, I feel like if you're a real entrepreneur, yes, you have thought about giving up. So that's just the truth with that point. I thought about it all the time. Oh, I can't do this no more. We're going to give me a 9-to-5 job. But anyway.
I didn't think about it.
Huh? Your business?
I ain't never think.
Being a creator?
I thought about changing the direction of business, but I never thought about getting up.
I did all the time. Okay, so this one more question about homeschool. Do you guys plan to homeschool your kids until they graduate? I think with us being creators or being self-employed, our kids do have so many decisions, because when some parents feel as though they can't put their kids in, you know, co-ops or homeschool programs or they, like, you know, just different things, so they just choose to put their children in school. I think with us, they have so many options. They can do homeschool. We can easily pay a tutor to come. We can pay for co-ops. We can literally, you know, either or, whether it's private school, they have options. So we've never made our children feel like this is what they have to do. We literally
have conversations with
Millie and Milan before they even homeschool. That's something me and Daddy wanted to do, but we asked them, "Do you guys how do you guys feel about homeschool?" We literally let them talk. Milan said, "Mommy, I want to try it because I know Melanie did it." Melanie's like, "I want to homeschool and maybe I'll go back to school for 3rd grade." So we're like, "You guys are sure?" You know, this was before we bought desks and
right, exactly.
You know, all the school supplies and all these different things. We literally communicated with our children. So our children have options. They're not forced into it.
Exactly. And it's like we give them like guided decisions.
Yeah.
Basically.
So it's not like, oh no, they're gonna do homeschool. No. Yeah. Me and Daddy do have our reasons for why we even asked them that in the first place. But at the end of the day, we don't want to take away what our children want. We're always looking to see, hear them, what they want to do. They just want to go to school to be around more kids. We can do both. We can literally still homeschool our children and they still go to private school, whatever they choose. So It's not like they're
forced into
this.
They still, honestly, have the option if next week they just want to go back
to school
and just say if they say it and they really mean it and they're not just saying it because we made them do too much work that day or something like that, then they have the option to go back.
Exactly. So
they just make a guided decision.
Right. So if they want to stay doing homeschool till they graduate, they have that option. They want to go back, they have that option. Okay, so the next question is, there's so many questions about homeschool. Okay.
I think because a lot of people think it's harder than what it actually is.
Yeah.
And like you said earlier, not luckily, but fortunately, we're able to have the option to be able to explore this whole avenue. So I think it's interesting, and that's probably why we got so many questions about that.
Okay, so the next question is, that's not a question. It's
peeking around the corner.
Somebody said, "I love you guys. This is not a question. You guys are beautiful." I thought this was a lot of questions, but okay. How do y'all manage to keep your relationship so smooth and healthy? Communication, y'all.
Rumination, I can tell.
Listening. Making sure your partner can hear what you're saying without all the yelling and screaming. I feel like you can easily get your point across by just literally talking. I don't yell. I'm just telling you this right now. When I'm talking to, when have I yelled?
You didn't yell before.
When have I really just yelled like that with arguments? Come on, baby.
We ain't really just had just crazy arguments, but
what I did though.
What you
I would love to know.
It was about cheesecake for sure.
Cheesecake?
Yes. You don't
come on, baby. I'm being. Y'all, when me and Marquise are having conversations, I'm talking to him literally just like this because I feel like he said earlier, we've grown so much, and I'm an adult.
On a serious note, y'all, we're gonna get serious now.
But I just feel like you can talk to a person calmly and not, because I don't want nobody to take my peace, not my husband, not a stranger, not anybody, because I feel like me being at peace allows me to to keep our home happy, to keep our family happy, our children happy. So I feel like talking in a calm tone and making sure I'm being heard without feeling like, and it's all about him listening. So even vice versa. Right.
And understanding.
Because a lot of times people feel like they want you to just fully understand how when you're not somebody else, if that makes sense, if you're not me, it's hard for you to understand unless I tell you how I feel. And vice versa. I'm not just going to sit up here and assume I know how you feel. You have to put me in that position or, make me, close my eyes, just think about if you was a man, how would you feel if you was a father going through this? How would you handle, you know what I'm saying? So you got to literally put yourself in somebody else's shoes to really, understand how they really feel, you know what I'm saying? So, go ahead, baby.
No, you're good. I just don't want to forget what I'm about to say, but I'm not going to forget it. I'm repeating it in my head.
I forgot. Okay. But again, I just think that it's just all about making sure you're being heard, listening to understand. Don't just listen as like, oh, I wish you shut up, or I wish you just be quiet. We have done that before, because he made me mad where I'm like, yeah.
Listen to go ahead and get it over.
Okay, but I wasn't really listening, right.
And I think from my standpoint, and I know this is vice versa too, but just being open-minded enough to understand where she possibly is coming from, like, or how she feel about it from her perspective. And in all honesty, it helped me really, like, kind of operate even outside our relationship as far as, like, my level of understanding when I'm having random conversations, or even if I'm ordering something it's like Maya really instilled in me, like, the value of not letting somebody ruin your peace. So definitely.
Yeah. But that was pretty much it with that, guys. So okay. How are you?
How are you?
I'm fine.
I'm good too. I'm doing good. I'm feeling good.
Yeah. That's pretty much it, y'all. Because I'm looking. Everybody just pretty much saying I love you guys, which y'all know we love y'all so much. So I guess we're gonna go ahead and end this video.
We've been tapped in. Now it's time to tap out. But
thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. We love you guys so much. We have literally gotten so many.
I completely understand how they feel about the homeschooling situation, but the main reason why I really want to do homeschooling for my kid is because I know Virginia's schooling system, and maybe everybody say the same thing about everywhere else, but me personally, I feel like what I've been through in life, I don't want the same that happened to my son. You know, I've been bullied, and I've been telling teachers, and the teachers seem like they was on their side or something like that, or sometimes you get bullied by teachers and stuff. So I understand what they mean, like, with the homeschooling. Give them a choice, but then again, if I stay in Virginia long enough, I'm not giving him no choice. And then they got this system saying no kids left behind. I feel like if my son don't understand, he should go back and get that tutoring, get that more information, because half of the stuff in school I didn't understand, but they still pushed me ahead. And my mom knew that, and my mom said something about it, but they didn't change it. They was like, well, we didn't want to leave them behind, and I knew I was dumb. I'm gonna stop saying that because hubby hate when I say that, but I knew I felt like I was dumb, because half of the time he asked me questions during subjects. He asked me questions about with those subjects that I felt dumb in, and I answered them perfectly. But it's not like a guarantee. You know how your mom be like, be confident off of what you say, or they go back and ask you this, you sure? Like, I felt like when somebody hit me with that, I'm like, and then you tell me to go back and look at my check and my stuff, I'm like second guessing myself. I second guess myself on everything, and I get anxiety on testing. So it's like I can't, like, if I know it's right, I'll be that right. But then again, when I feel like it's right, sometimes it's wrong, you know. So I just feels dumb, but I'm not dumb. That's what hubby said. But at the same time, I just feel dumb. So when it comes down to certain questions or the way that I speak, I be like, hey, am I saying this right? Or am I saying this stuff? And then with the relationship situation, it's like communication is number one. Communicating is number one. Understanding each other, or trying to understand each other. I understand that half of the people be like, no, you don't understand. And I be like, yeah, you're right. Sometimes they don't understand, but at the same time, they trying. That do counts, because if they sit there just listening to you, trying to put it in their mind, and then when you, after that conversation, they try to work it out, that give you right there that they tried. But at the same time, you also want to see a change in every relationship. Like, you talk about it multiple times, you expect a change right then and there. You expect a change over time, you know? But I completely understand where they're coming from, with half of the stuff they've been asked and stuff like that. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I hope y'all enjoy. We're out.